And welcome everyone to the Wareham, for the Wareham Zoning Board of Appeal. For tonight's agenda, it's July 26, 2023. It is 6:35 p.m. And we are at the room 320 Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. I want to call the meeting to order. Like a roll call, my far left, Mr. Richard Semple, my far right, Associate Member, Mr. Troy Larson, our Clerk Jim Akabachi, myself, the Chair, Nazi Al-Kulasi, also present, our Commissioner, Mr. Paul Turner, and Assistant Town Planner, Mrs. Something from the Planning Department, Sonia Raposo. The planner, are you the planner now? No. Not yet?
She's the conniver.
Good night, okay. All right, so we get the minutes for 7:12.
Minutes have been read. I'm fine with them the way they are. I think I saw one word that could be, I can hand edit it if it bothers me, but other than that, motion to accept as presented.
Okay, we have a motion for that. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Troy, all in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazi, aye. Just for the record, Mr. Larson will be voting for Mr. Jake Morrison's seat, place tonight.
No Jake.
No Jake and no Veronica. Jesus. She was here last time, was she?
Okay. And we did the minutes and
All right, continue public meetings for Mr. Peter Koulouras.
looking to extend again, up until August 31st. And they're gonna extend the deadline for decision is, August 23rd meeting, they'll be here.
Okay.
Deadline for decision, August 31st. We may want to move that past August. Don't we get a few days after the meeting? More than, oh, that's enough.
No, we have to, they'll have to extend
23
it
to
then.
31, they're extending it to August 31, but
It is 31 right here.
you want to extend it beyond that?
No, no,
Put it into September because we've extended it so many times?
yeah, let's go September.
For us to make a decision, this is.
Right, September, where are we?
Would either be the 13th or the 27th.
Okay, so do the extension till the 30, September 30.
September 30.
So we have 3 days after that.
All right, and the way this is written, it's petition number in Cloris's name on behalf of the petition by Jillian Morton. Do we sign it, or does,
Oh, she's here.
we'll get you to sign it? Well, I got an unsigned copy. So, at some point tonight, if you,
Maybe you could sign it.
just for, you got a signed one?
She wrote an email that's attached to your agenda. That's just the form that I have to post.
Okay. Do we don't need it signed. You want us to sign it? Okay.
We signed the extension, she give us the timeline
You
extension.
want to sign it as the chair?
You can. Counselor, you give us the extension, we give you the continuous, you give us timeline extension.
You understand what we did? We extended the,
Yes, I put both of them on there. Attorney Jillian Morton, 184 Main Street. So I extended it to the second meeting in August, because I'm away at the first meeting, and then I gave you a week to make your decision. But if you need longer than that, that's fine.
we hand edited this one.
That's
and we
totally
Put it
fine.
out to the end of
And
September.
I would just ask that we're waiting for peer review to give us a quote for the 53G, so I still don't have
They found
any
a peer?
comments. We have a
I
peer.
thought you had no peers.
No. So that's what we're waiting for. That's why we need to extend it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. And are you on,
Yeah.
are you on McGowan?
Yes.
So you might as well just stay there.
All right, so what's the motion?
So I make a motion to extend Cloris, petition number 1123,
11-23.
11/23, what, I'm sorry, and continued till August 23rd. He'll appear at that meeting, and the time for us to make a decision will be September 30th. Also
Okay.
extended.
That's by Jim. Do you have a second on that?
Second.
Second by Rich. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Continued. 21-23, Angela McEwen, 386 Main Street. Okay, very well. Public hearing still open.
New plans. I've seen them.
Just need your name, council.
Looked at them online.
Okay. You looked at them too?
They
I
just,
did
they're
too.
gonna come in off of High Street is what they're looking at.
Yeah. And they got out another building.
Yep.
And part went out. All right, Jillian Morton, 184 Main Street. And so before you have a new plan for this project. Sam's going to go into the particulars, but just to give the public and members information is we've changed the access from Main Street, which was obviously having a lot of different difficulties there, through, now it's going to be on High Street. So we're utilizing the right-of-way. And we've also reduced and got rid of a whole 2 units, so a full duplex. So now we're proposing 3 duplexes at 6 units. And we've created ample parking, landscaping. So we just got this over to, I don't know if the fire department gave us comments back, and obviously we don't have any peer review.
That's fine,
So it's kind of preliminary. We know we're going to have some more review on this and the fire department to take a look at it as well.
Richard, do you want to see a small one, or are you good with what you saw already?
I'm pretty good with what I see.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
All right. Sam, you wanna say something?
Sure, Sam Iamelli with JC Engineering. Like Jillian said, we've now dropped a duplex, changed our access to come in with an 18-foot travel lane off High Street. All the proposed units still provide 4 parking spaces for each unit and 3 parking spaces for each unit in the 4-family. We have a minimum of 18-foot travel lanes throughout the site, 2-way travel lanes, 24 over on the left-hand side for the parking lanes. Not going to be obstructing the front retaining wall there, and we'll be leaving the walkway with access down to the sidewalks on Main Street. Other
Yeah, the other thing I just want to make very clear, you see on the plan, there was all this discussion regarding the right-of-way and the T, and us looking, we had to look at it this a bunch of different ways. And we realized that if we were to reduce the unit, those 2 units out, we don't need that extra square footage. And frankly, it's too much of a title problem. So this would be the best route for the client. So that's what we're looking for, feedback to see what you like, what you don't like. But obviously, we know we're having to go through peer review as well on this one.
And we were also able to bring down our lot coverage below the 50%, so no longer looking for that variance.
All right, what do you think, Troy?
Well, I'm happy with the reduction in the units and the reduction in the hardscape.
Jim?
Couple questions. It looks better to me. It looks good to me. The dumpster, any reason why that couldn't go way out in the big parking lot area?
We certainly could put it there. I wanted to keep it away from the front of the property, so you wouldn't be seeing.
I kind of get it. I get what you're doing. It's not, put it here, put it there. No matter where you put it, it's going to be close to something, so
Right.
I got you. And the other question I have is 18 feet, is that going to pass muster as far as the road in and out for,
We'll see our
18's
consultant.
do you
minimum
need a
for
variance for the
two-way
18?
travel.
No.
Pardon me?
18's minimum for two-way travel.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
We'll see, eventually they gotta do the site plan, and we'll see our consultant,
That's-
what they say,
okay.
fire department, all these things.
Right.
Rich?
Just, I know that there's a lot of concern goes on with that driveway, seeing that there was, sounded like people were paying taxes. We get that straightened out as far as who owns the road and all that other
Yeah, so it's
Or the
owned,
driveway, I should say.
yeah, I know what the title is there. It's owned by the two abutters on either side, and then actually a gentleman who it didn't convey correctly. So it's in a back title. So, but we still have within our right of our deed to our property, grant of easement. So that's in the right of way, so that's within your documents as well.
So the left and the right people owns it, and you have an
We
easement?
each have a third of the parcel, and it looked like there was a back title issue, like the 1/3. It's just Mr. Love, that's his name, who owns that other piece. So eventually, if we do want to purchase a third of that, we can, but either way, we have access. prior to-
Right, so you have legal rights for this
Correct.
access?
Yeah, within your deed and the application, it's in
Was
there.
Love like a prior owner of this
Before Crowley, or it was like,
before Crowley?
it obviously went into foreclosure because his property had a bunch of issues, so the foreclosing attorneys probably didn't catch that, so.
So Love is like a third off-site owner.
Yeah, who might not even know
By
it.
record, but,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I got you.
Yep.
Just curious.
All right, the numbers are good. I don't mind the easement, I mean, using this access. Apparently, we'll see, we'll talk to the neighbors, but if they agree with this matter and you say you have rights in it, I guess I gotta get an attorney prove otherwise, right?
Yep.
The stone wall needs to be addressed, it's in bad shape.
Yes, I know, I've spoken with our client in there and talks with the DPW about either repairing or replacing that wall.
Right. They're not, the town would do it? I don't think so.
I haven't gotten that far
Yeah.
into it, but
Yeah, and you might have to move a couple of trees that are in the wall or build around them or something.
right.
It's gotta be, because I walk there sometimes when I try to walk, and I feel the stones, some of them are loose. And once in a while, a stone falls and somebody puts it back, so it needs to be addressed because it's pretty high. And apparently, once you go to site plan, you're gonna tweak it, landscaping. The parking lot, personally, I'm not crazy about it on Main Street, towards Main Street, but I would recommend you put a lot of giant arborvitae so you don't see it from the street.
Right.
I believe last time there was a lady, she makes sense, it becomes like parking, like CVS, but with nice landscaping, it can be addressed. So it's hidden, and it's better for the people who lives there.
Of course.
So, go ahead. Yeah.
I got one thing that keeps rolling through my head, and I don't know if there's anything we can do about it. I'll look at the attorney for the applicant, maybe she'll have a suggestion, but one of the main reasons that I'm in favor of what's in front of us now, subject to site plan review, is that it's gonna be owner occupied. But what says that after it's built, the owner says, I don't like living here, and sells it to somebody else and they don't wanna live there? It's not, there's nothing that we can put in the deed or make it an owner-occupied property.
So sometimes in conditions, you do put language regarding family members. I have seen that
Yeah, but why?
in in-law apartments and stuff.
I feel as
In your
though,
conditions, I have seen it. I would probably defer to town council
I
on
feel as
that.
though if the owner's living on site with 9 other tenants,
Yeah.
you get one set of behaviors. And if the owner lives in New Jersey or California or someplace where I don't give a damn what
Right,
happens
I
on
know
Main
what you're
Street in
saying.
Wareham, you get another set of behaviors.
I understand,
So I
but,
like the idea of the owner living there.
yeah, but it's irrelevant, the permit and the bylaw.
No,
It's irrelevant if she lives there or don't, or he. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't
There's
think we should,
nothing
I don't
legally
think we
that
should
requires
base,
us.
I don't think we should base our approval on them living in case they sell it, like you said.
Yeah.
Plus, it's not like an in-law, they do an in-law in a
Right.
house, they live there, or accessory apartment. I don't think we could do this, and I don't think it's fair. I mean, if they want to sell it, they want to sell it. If they want to move out, they move out.
But-
So I don't think it should be, personally.
No, I agree. I'm not
You
saying
agree,
what I think
Rich?
is legal.
I mean,
just
the
telling you
bylaw
my
allows them.
motivation to Liking the project.
So, yeah, it's kind of tough for us to say that. I mean, unless we say that anybody who buys it down the road has to live there too, but how can you do that?
I know,
Well, yeah.
banks do it.
Who?
Banks won't lend money unless the owner lives there.
Who?
But that also is loan fraud a lot of the time.
Who's that?
Banks do it. Banks lend money, and it's based on whether the owner lives there or doesn't.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, and they get a different rate and all that good stuff, yeah.
Even with over 3 family? Troy, do you agree any idea? You don't, do you?
I've seen it, yes.
Anyway, that being said,
Conversation, if your
Paul, you want to add something before we go to
owner
public?
is present, she heard me.
You want to add something
No, I'm good with the plan. It looks
for right now,
great improvement.
until we see the site plan? All right, on the public, anyone in favor? Against? Who spoke against last time would like to speak? Ma'am, want to come forward? Sir, ma'am? Your name, Mr. Reed, for the record?
Name is Bob Reed, one of the trustees of Lot 1080. I've been here twice, and I'm still, I really don't care how many buildings they build there. I don't
Right.
care how many parking lots they put in. I just don't want all the traffic that's gonna be on this driveway, basically. Right now, it's a cart path. I mean, you can envision 100 years ago, it was a cart and horse path.
Right.
And it's probably a little bit bigger than 10 feet at its narrowest as it goes by our properties, our neighbors and ours. And I know that the Massachusetts law, I've looked it up tonight, says that any one of the owners of the right-of-way can improve it without any feedback from any of the other owners, which I don't understand, but I guess that, oh, sorry.
That's right.
But I guess that's the way it's written in the Massachusetts law. But it does have a stipulation regarding some sort of grievance to the owner that wants to improve it. And I'm not really sure, I'm not a lawyer, obviously.
Right.
And I don't know if the town council can help me on that.
That, I was gonna say that I would like to ask town council, maybe Sonia, if you could ask them or have them look at this to see if they could overburden the easement, because that's not an ancient road, like you said, or a road, or a paper road.
Right,
It's an easement.
that's right.
We wanna see if we can overburden it, because it's there for 4 unit, making
Was
10,
Well,
making 10.
it wasn't 4 units to begin with. I think it was probably a single-family dwelling at one time.
But it's been 4 forever, I
Yeah,
think,
well,
for a long time.
for a long time. Yeah.
Right, we want to see if it's legally, you could overburden it.
Yes.
You're right, well, we will let, that's why we're gonna go, the whole idea tonight, if we agree on a number of units, and we let it go to site plan, then we have town consultant take it back to us. They might very much come back, say, hey, guys, 18 feet is not gonna cut it, it's against your bylaw, it's not gonna work. The fire department might come back, says too narrow, who knows? So there's a lot of process from now on, a lot of work. And in the meantime, we will ask town council,
Yes,
and eventually, also, when they go to a bank to get a loan on it, unless they have a pocket full of cash, the bank will pick on it as well. So there's a lot of, they have to fill in a lot of places, right, to work. So, and we'll make sure to ask the attorney, town council.
I guess the other question I have for council is that if, say, the gentleman on, looking at it from our property's point of view, on the right-hand side with the white fence, the plastic fence, if he decides to cut a hole in that fence and put a driveway, can he, I mean, if he has deeded access to that T section, he could drive his car across the backside of those buildings.
If he has,
Go out onto High Street if he wanted to.
yeah, if he has rights, of course he
Yeah.
can. Yeah, if he has, of course, if he could prove legally.
Right,
I mean, like again, like I said, you can always go hire your own counsel and dig on it, and
Right.
he might say, you know what, they don't even have rights, or this is not how it works.
I thought we asked him that. I thought he said he didn't have rights to it.
Who?
Yeah,
The
he's been
fellow,
here a couple
the
times.
abutter, the fireman from another town?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
pretty sure, I mean, my memory is that we asked him that question specifically, because I spoke about the T, how it went out to the property on either side of
Right,
the
right, right.
subject property.
Right.
And I was unconfirmed, unverified, but I was informed that
I thought he said he
neither of
had- he
those
didn't
have,
look-
neither of those have that in their deed.
I thought he said he hadn't looked at his deed. I didn't know if he said he didn't have.
So your memory and my memory are
I
different.
just don't know. I don't know.
If it's on that deed, that's probably 70, 80 years ago, so somebody gotta do a lot of research.
And the owner's council has probably researched this stuff, I would imagine.
Right,
I would be happy to provide all the title reports to Attorney Bowen.
yeah,
just
probably good idea.
Bill, and then give
This
him-
way you get a quicker answer.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, Rich.
Yeah, I could-
This way it makes everybody's life easy. You bring him everything, he looks at it, and he give us his verdict. And then, like, it doesn't, you could still get an attorney and check it, if you wish.
If I have to,
If you have to. Another thing, also with the site plan, apparently if they do the driveway, we would ask to be maybe some liland against some evergreen, so when they're driving in, you don't see the cars, reduce the noise.
Well, there isn't much land left. It's only 20 feet, so there's only 2 feet.
Right, maybe they could plant something.
Yeah, but again, I really don't care about any of that. I mean, if it looks like it's planning to be paved, where they're opening this up. The other question I have is, who's gonna maintain it? I mean,
They're gonna,
it's not a town road.
No, it's not.
We do that now. We plow the road, not back to not back to the house on Main Street.
well, if they use it, they're gonna have to maintain it. They gotta go in their building, they're gonna have to plow it, maintain it, pave it, do all these things.
Okay.
And apparently, if they're gonna pave it, they're gonna do some drainage calculation and all these stuff.
And are we gonna be expected to park on High Street while they're doing all this construction, so we can get out?
You gonna expect what?
Are we expected to park on High Street while they're doing all this construction, so they can get out, so we can get out?
I don't think they're gonna park, I don't think they're gonna block your access, yeah.
No, I don't think.
They would have to if they're gonna do this driveway.
Well, they'll go in their land, park, and do the driveway. They'll park inside the property.
I mean, if you were having your driveway seal coated, yes, you'd stay off it while it was seal coated. But once the seal coating is done and it dries, you drive on it again.
They're gonna have
Are you trying to make a mountain out of a molehill, or?
They're gonna have to
I'm-
cut a
I'm- they're
substantial,
gonna-
have to cut a substantial path up that driveway.
Yeah, they'll do,
Now, they're gonna have to put
right,
a bulldozer in there or something.
right.
Cut this path, pave it, or do whatever they're gonna do to it. In
They
the
fixed
meantime-
Cranberry Highway and never shut it down. I think they can get from High Street to that house.
Well, they will definitely get a
Say
per,
so, but
they will get a permit
any
from,
work on that road, that driveway, we can't get out. So
excuse
it's
me,
not that-
Mr. Reed, let me explain to you how it works. Is your driveway the same easement?
The drive,
How do you go in your property? You use
the driveway that comes into our property, you know what it looks like, you've been,
I forgot.
it's an alley,
Okay, so is it that same easement?
yes.
It's the same easement. Okay, so what they do, they're gonna have to figure out a way to, well, first of all, they need a permit to do a road opening, and they do a new sidewalk, new curb, and whatever site plan calls for how wide, and gonna have to work around it. You drive over gravel a couple of days, and the day they're paving, you just park on High Street.
Oh, that's what we'd have to do, because
Yeah,
we wouldn't be able to get out. Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Might be nice guys and let you in and out.
They're gonna have to, he uses it.
You know, I mean, it's 18 feet wide. Your car or your truck isn't 18 feet, and the machines aren't 18 feet wide.
It's true.
You know,
Well, if, it's gonna be worked together.
yeah.
I mean, if you have right, he has right. You guys gotta work it out together, so
I don't think they're gonna block you out of your drive. I don't think so.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Next, please. Who wants to speak
Somebody else
against?
wanna have any comments?
Anyone wants to make comments more? Anyone online, Anthony?
John,
John, sorry.
but do me a favor, just tell them if they would like to speak to raise their hand.
If anybody
Okay,
else-
anybody online who likes to speak, raise your hand so that John can see you.
We have a hand.
Oh, yeah, man.
See that?
If you ask, you get an answer. Okay, what? All right, your name, please.
Is there a
Is it
microphone?
me? Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi, Nazi, it's Brenda Ekstrom. I'm happy to hear that they took down one of the duplexes, but I would like to ask the ZBA that if you choose to approve this, I would like one of the conditions to be that it cannot be subdivided. As many of you know, if you go down to Onset, there are so many places that were garages that ended up becoming separate lots of, 1,200 square feet or 2,000 square feet. So I would like in the conditions that it be that it can't be subdivided, that it is a 10 unit, 10 units are on that. It can be reduced, but it can't be subdivided. So it can't be sold off at a later date. And then I'd also ask is to consider making it, asking them, and I know they don't have to, but asking that they would consider making one of the units deed restricted affordable, so that bringing in 10 units, they would not be contributing to our affordable housing issues. They would maintain what we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, apparently, if time come, apparently the zoning doesn't allow it to subdivide it. However, they could condo it. If they wish to condo it and sell it condos, they can. And if they want to subdivide it, they'll need a variance. Or we'll deal with it then if they ever come. They have to go to planning board, come to us. I don't think it flies, but,
I don't think they'd stand the square footage or the frontage requirement.
right, but they can definitely do condos.
No,
And the other thing, on affordable, I don't think we could make them do that unless they wish on their own. We can't impose that on them. We could ask if they wish to. It's fine, but I don't think they will. You heard that, Counselor? You heard that?
Want me to respond to that?
No.
I don't really have a response.
Okay.
Those aren't things that,
Anyone else? So I guess we just, for the board member, we'll let them go, start their site plan, tweak it, make it look pretty. Landscaping will make a big difference. So
When do you want to come back?
they need,
23rd.
Make a motion to
After,
continue this
after
hearing
his
until the
55
23rd.
subdivision lot in County Road, it's probably a year for John.
well, you want to come back on 23rd?
On what?
August 23rd?
That's, yeah, the date that I'm coming.
With John, I'm saying you need a year. With JC Engineering, you need a year.
Picking on you, Sam.
I'm only joking.
We know you can do it in 364 days.
All right, on the 23rd? August 23rd.
Motion to continue till the 23rd.
Okay, we have a motion by Jim to continue 21-23 to the 23rd. Do I have a second?
Is that a second? I can't second my motion.
Second.
Second by Troy. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
And Rich?
Hi.
And myself, Nazir. I will see you on the 23rd, and I guess we'll go from there. Thank you.
One thing, are you waiting, did you say that you were waiting for the town to give you a response on the stone wall?
Not a response, but they were just talking with the DPW to discuss who was going to be able to fix the wall.
Is it on the town property or your property?
It straddles the line, so,
Where are you gonna get water from?
I'm sorry.
Where are they gonna get water from?
Here's the water.
Water coming would be off Main Street. There's a line.
So you're
coming
gonna
over it.
disturb at least 12 feet.
Right.
It's not good.
Did I-
Yeah, it's gonna be addressed, so we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that's continued.
You ready?
New public hearings, 27-23, Raymond Young, 2406 Cranberry Highway.
Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on July 26, 2023 at 6:30 PM in room 320 of the Wareham Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. 02571, to consider petition number 27-23 for a variance from the requirements of Article 11, Section 1160, 1162, 1163, and 1172 under the Wareham zoning bylaws to Raymond Young, care of Attorney Jillian Morton of 184 Main Street, Wareham, Mass., seeking to install a new pylon sign at 2406 Cranberry Highway, Wareham, Mass., appears on Assessors Map 108, Lot A, in the Industrial Zoning District.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, Attorney Jillian Morton, 184 Main Street. So before you, you have another variance for the Popeyes lot. So we should look, I think that's the last exhibit, there's kind of a rendering, that's kind of, the second to last, we should have a rendering like this.
The last page, yep, I got
Last
it.
page, just so you can have a visual of what we're looking for. Now, the variances that the commissioner said that we need to get are twofold. So I just want to get those straightened out. So we're looking at the sign variances that went into play, the new regulations. So we have 1160 prohibited signs. So it's talking about 62, which is signs that contain pennants, ribbons, streamers, spinners, moving objects, strings of lights from, okay, so it's basically we're lighting up the sign. And then 63 is talking about the change of intensity. So that's kind of the first piece. And then the second is the size, okay? So you can only have, I believe it's he can clarify, but the 50 feet. And obviously the sign's bigger than that. So this sign not only has Popeyes, but also the new car wash that's Rojo's that you approved as well and went through site plan review. If you recall, Rojo is situated behind Noria. So it was worked out with the clients to be able to have it on the same sign, to have them have some visibility coming from Cranberry Highway. There is going to be a sign where you see the American flag and you look under number 4. That's the digital display. This display isn't anything that we haven't seen on Cranberry Highway. There's several down the other end. And you've also seen things like the plaza that have multiple signs situated, so that's kind of nothing new. It's frankly the size and the fact that we are having the digital display. It's not a billboard, it's kind of a smaller display. And you also can approve this and decide, you know, the timing on when things would change on that display.
Commissioner, what's the height of the signs, the maximum? Is it 17 feet?
18 feet.
And what's the bylaws?
18.
Oh, 18.
So where are they non-conforming, on size?
The square
Size.
footage.
So
Square footage?
on Route 28, it's supposed to be 50 square feet. They're close to 100.
Okay, and what's that on your letter, more than 25 square feet of area?
Excuse me?
On your letter, you're saying freestanding sign shall not exceed 50 square feet or more than 25 square feet of area when establishment fronts.
So if the sign is on Route 28, it's allowed 50. Anywhere else in town, it's 25. So I just quoted out the bylaw.
Ah, okay. Oh, actually, that's good to know.
So as a point of order, not to be, I'm being a bit of a jackass. It's not a business district, it's an industrial.
Correct.
But then I look at the industrial, signs in industrial districts, and the very first thing says, in industrial districts, the same restrictions on signs shall apply as in business and commercial.
Correct.
So everything you said applies, it's just
Correct.
that it's in an industrial. I just want everybody to be clear that that is zoned industrial.
Right.
Okay,
So,
so let's say the the two companies make two different signs. They could do 50 and 50, right?
Correct.
So that's 100, so they
Right.
put in one.
The
And they
idea
add-
is
and
aesthetically, this is more pleasing and it's a better access too for people to
50
see
and
the car
50, 100,
wash.
they're asking for 180, right?
What is it?
They're asking for 180, 180 square feet,
No,
10 by
No,
18.
99.
99 square
I
feet.
think on here, that has all the information.
Uncle Sam, don't add up, the flag.
You're looking for 99 overall?
99 overall. The flag, it has a digital display is 36 and change. The tenant cabinets are 63, so that's each of them, so I guess it's 30. And then it has the overall sign height at 18, so.
The size of the sign is 12 foot 1 tall by 8.25
Ah,
wide.
I get you.
It's just the sign.
I'm looking 18 from the...
We don't,
Okay.
the sign bylaw does not include the structure.
What's that, Jimmy, 100 square feet?
So, going back to my point that this is an industrial district, the second thing under industrial is that a directory sign not exceeding 100 square feet may be placed at each public entrance. They can have two signs of 100 each, one on Tow Road and one on 28.
Wow. Is that a,
That's the way I read our bylaw.
But it does say entrance to an industrial park.
Does it say entrance to an industrial park?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
This isn't an industrial park, it's a site with a number of pad sites.
wait,
Right, and if you recall, this is that section that it's
Watch
commercial
within
district,
industrial.
but it's really
Good, thank you,
industrial.
good read.
Yeah.
so 120, like I said, 50, each business 50, we're only basically giving them a 20-foot variance.
In my opinion, more streamlined, more aesthetically pleasing for that area, which could have all this separate signage, but similar to what we did with the plaza and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm losing my
Together.
sight.
So, we're at 99 and they're supposed to be 50.
Correct. Sorry.
And is that 50 per, I see Popeyes and Rojo. Is it 50 for Popeyes and 50 for Rojo, or 50 for the two of them combined?
Sign area from, not including the frame, it's going to be, has to be 50 square feet.
So Popeyes gets 50 and Rojo gets...
No, this is one sign. It doesn't matter if they divide it by 3, divide it by 10, divide it by
Right.
1.
But if they do two signs, each one can get a 50, right?
Correct.
So they just put them together. So it makes sense.
Well, maybe this is a section of the bylaw that could use some revisions.
No, it's kind of, well,
It's a good catch, where it probably is something we want to look at for the
Yeah.
future development. Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 businesses, that if they do one sign, 120 square feet, better than doing 350s.
Right.
yeah, I agree. Well,
Think
unless there's
about it.
somebody here from the public with some compelling argument to the contrary, I don't have a problem with this sign.
Is there anyone in the public against or for the sign? Hearing none. Rich, what do you think?
Well, I'm good with- as it presented.
I'm good.
Jimmy? You're good, apparently.
Good.
All right, let's make it.
So, did we give the public a chance to speak? Anybody online with their hand waving at us? I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion of this hearing.
Okay, a motion to...
So moved. I mean, second.
Second by Jim. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir, aye. It's closed.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the sign as presented in the packet.
Okay.
So, do we need to grant a variance?
Yeah,
Okay, so
as per, yeah.
grant the variance.
Both variances. 2 variances, yes. As presented, as requested, okay. Do I have a motion by Jim? Do I have a second or discussion?
Second?
Second by Troy, all in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, aye. So this one carries.
Popeye's got an aye. Aye, Popeye.
Okay.
Everybody just wants one of them damn Popeye sandwiches so bad.
28-23 Air National Guard. One says Toby Road. And National Guard?
So this is continued,
Hello.
this is approved.
Good evening, folks.
And National Guard's looking for a sign too? We, you know, we have a policy, we have to say no to somebody, and we said yes to everybody else.
Don't believe him.
Got some additional window clean design packets if you want to take a look. I've got one for everyone.
Yeah, let's read it for the public first, then we go to you. It's gotta be read onto record. All right.
I gotta read it in, yeah, sorry. The zoning board of appeals will hold a public hearing on July 26, 2023 at 6:30 PM in room 320 of the Wareham Multi-Service Center, 48 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. 02571, to consider petition number 28-23 for a variance from the requirements of Article 11, Section 1172, under the Wareham zoning bylaws to Air National Guard of 101 Seth F. Toby Road, Suite 101, Wareham, Mass., seeking to add window coverings to 100% of the unit's glass area at 1 Seth F. Toby Road, Suite 101, Wareham, Mass. That appears on Assessors Map 87, Lot 1, in the Commercial Strip zoning district.
We need your name for the record, whoever wants to speak.
Sure, I'm Josh Mulvey with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Can you speak, ma'am?
Oh, sure. I'm Danielle Roberts with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Okay, are you going?
Technical Sergeant Tim Phillip, production recruiter from the office.
Thank you. And so you guys trying to put signs on the windows? Now, you blocking all the windows, right?
Right, the graphics themselves are a security feature for the Air National Guard, but they would be 100% coverage.
Yeah, I know.
With the increase in the active shooters, it allows the recruiters inside to be able to see outside the space, but anybody outside the space, you can't really see in. So that's the intent of it, but it also doubles as graphics and signage, and that's why we're here.
Did you have to do also blast windows, blast
We
proof?
also have blast fragmentation film as well.
You guys were
on the
my,
inside of the windows.
you were my tenant for like 20 years, and I remember we had to do that, yeah.
You gotta do what?
They were my tenants when I owned the
No, what,
plaza.
you gotta put like film on the inside of the glass? Or?
No, they do explosion proof.
Oh.
Well, if it explodes, it stays like in plastic, it doesn't shatter.
Right, they have a pretty extensive security package.
People get that mad when you say no, huh?
There's a lot of,
Yeah, we had to change the door, they had to put a buzzer, camera at the door, all that.
right, yeah. on
Yeah,
the
they were a
second
great
floor.
tenant for 20 years.
So it sounds like they're covering
they moved.
protocol is what I get out of
They
this.
moved within your building, didn't they? They started out and got bigger.
No, they get smaller.
Oh,
Well, what happened, I sold the building, the dispensary came in, federal government don't like dispensaries, so they moved.
I got it.
They don't, because it's not federally approved.
They want the
No,
next.
it's a lot smaller. I mean, the office they had, my building was beautiful.
But they started out in a different office and then they moved.
Yeah, in the building, they
In the
went bigger.
building during your ownership and then,
Right, and then now here.
now, yeah,
Yeah, good.
not that I remember.
Well, definitely don't have a problem myself.
I don't have a problem.
Nope.
I don't need, you have anything you need to tell us that would make us change our minds?
Not at all.
Is there anybody from the public that needs to speak to
Well,
us?
I
Anything
don't have a
online?
problem. It sounds like they're covering protocol and protecting their people, so
Yeah.
sounds good to
Anyone
me.
on the public, online, yes or no?
I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion of this hearing.
Second.
Second by Rich, all in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
Myself, aye.
And I'd further like to move to grant a variance, if that's what they need, to cover 100% of their windows with their see-through graphics. See from the inside, see out, can't see in.
All
Like
right.
it.
Any discussion? None? Second on that? Any second?
Second.
Second by Troy, all in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
And myself, Nazir. Aye, it carries, thank you.
And you guys aren't even the Navy, and you got an aye.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, sometimes the less said, the better, huh?
Works out great. I'm a recruiter, I talk all day. It's nice to see.
Talk to you later. Thank you, guys.
Chip
Thank
is
you
still with you? Chip and Kevin, they still there?
Kevin is,
Kevin still?
yeah.
Chip, what?
Chip is actually an officer in the 253rd now.
Ah,
So he's in charge of an entire wing.
oh, good.
Yeah, we're trying to convince Kevin to stay as long as possible.
So he made officer, huh? Chip?
Chip did, yeah.
Oh, good for him.
He's got 2 full careers, one on the recruiting side and one now as a major. So,
Good.
Well, that National Guard sign that's on the building right now, nobody even, I saw it because I served, but, so I know the logo and all, but it's a hard one to see, so I think those windows done up, I think it's gonna make a huge difference for you. You probably get 1 or 2 more people.
every single person that orders in the Starbucks for it, they gotta look at us.
Exactly, exactly.
Hey, good luck.
Thanks again.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted my son to go with you, end up with the army.
Oh, you can come back over. You get a process for it.
He's been there for a while. He's on the 82nd Airborne.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
Thanks again.
hey,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. All right.
Any other business?
No.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Before we do you have anything, Commissioner? No?
Not at all.
Mrs. Raposo, any requests before we close? I guess not. Okay, we have a motion to close by Jim. Any second?
I will second that.
Second with Rich. All in favor, say aye. Troy?
Aye.
Jim?
Aye.
Rich?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Once in a
evening.
while, we do a short one.
Nice.